All right, Shalom. This is Brother Nathaniel from the Great Millstone Camp, Atlanta Camp. Coming back at you with a quick Godspeed. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakar Kodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, rule and teach well. And peace, love, and salutations to those that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. And I want to talk about the coming civil war that's about to happen. You see, if you look at what's going on here in America, I think Donald Trump has been taken off the Ohio ballot, right? Now, what that does is him being taken off the ballot is enraging a bunch of the Cajuns of Call. It's pissing them off. Now, if you know anything about history, the last time a presidential candidate was taken off the ballot was during the time of Abraham Lincoln, right? And that was the cause of the Civil War, was the presidential candidate being taken, contrary to what y'all may think. That was the real cause of the Civil War, is when the presidential candidate got taken off of the ballots, right? And that caused sedition among men, and men start rebelling against their government, and it eventually led to the Civil War. Now, we have something similar happening right here in America right now, where we have a presidential candidate that not us, we don't care. We just want this place to go. But you got majority of these Edomites out here who want this guy to be in office. And now he's being systematically removed off of these ballots, right? So what do you think is going to happen when these people start realizing that their golden child, their choice candidate, is no longer available to be on the ballot for his presidential candidacy? Well, they're gonna be pissed, and they could potentially turn into a riot, in which I believe, and a lot of political analysts believe, is going to lead to a civil war. Now, I want to start off with this quick precept. This is 2 Ezra 9. It says, "And he answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the earth which he made." And we're seeing all these things, man. We're seeing floods everywhere. We're seeing uproars of the people. We're seeing famines, pestilence. We're seeing just crazy storms. In California, you got these giant waves crashing against the bank right now. And I believe the day before yesterday, a part of California was flooded. Parts of Florida is getting flooded out. You got parts of China getting flooded out. I mean, you got all type of craziness happening all over the earth, right? It says, verse 3 says, "Therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people," we have seen earthquakes in diverse places, haven't we? Aren't the earthquakes happening in places that they never happened before? And they're getting more and more frequency is happening with this. And it says, "Then thou shalt understand that the Most High spake of those things from the beginning, from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." Okay, and it says, "For like as all that is made in the world have the beginning and the end is manifest." So we're seeing this isn't even the beginning of the end. We're in the end. You see what I'm saying? The beginning is already happening. Now we're seeing the strings unravel at a very rapid rate. Real soon, things are going to start happening so fast that one day it's going to be this way, and the next day it's going to be completely different. That's what's about to happen. Now I'm gonna move on to 2 Ezra's, the 15th chapter, and I'm gonna go down to I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands." So there's your civil war right there. You can have two different types of people fighting against each other with swords in their hands. And it says, "For there shall be," verse 16, "there shall be sedition among men." And that word sedition goes into rebellion against government. Okay? So you can have certain groups of people rebelling against the government, and you can have certain groups of people that's for the government and that's going to be fighting back. Okay? That's your civil war right there. That is going to happen. And we got a movie coming out in January. What is it called? Civil War. Because the elites know this shit is going down. When you look at that movie, what's the name of it? Leave the World Behind. One of the precursors to them getting like that was a civil war. All right. It says, "For there should be sedition among men and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings or princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And, you know, we see people are already doing this. They're already taking their actions into their own power, and they're already preparing for something big to happen, especially it's Edomites. What do Edomites go to? The sword, you know? So they're getting ready for something big to happen. You know, it's only Jake out here that don't realize what's happening, but there's about to be a big civil war that's gonna happen in America on top of the famine, on top of the tempests and the storms, on top of everything else that's happening, right? And it says, a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. All right, there's going to be checkpoints, just like you saw in the movie Leave the World Behind, how they were using the Teslas to block your entry in and out to the city. That shit is going to be real, man. You're not going to be able to move around like you want to. When all hell break loose, which is already breaking loose right now, the only thing that you're going to have is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And if you don't have that, you're going to be through. So with that, I'm going to end it off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honor to the elders and the apostle, great millstone. To the next time, I'm going to say shalom.